Hey, welcome to another episode of Dave's Imaginations. Today we're going to show you how to create a token totally free using the website called TokenStamp. So, in interest of time, right here is the address to the website, and you could probably figure this out for yourself. But I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Stay with me. So let's jump over to Google, and today I'm looking for a two-headed troll. And when I do a Google search for an image that I want to use, I will sometimes use keywords such as fantasy or D&D or token. And so here I put in two-headed troll, and I thought that was good enough. That's pretty specific. And I go through here, and I was initially going to pick that one up or left-hand corner, but I saw this one. This is, I believe this is a Pathfinder image, and I liked it, so I decided that is the image I wanted. Now, I just saved this. Initially, I thought maybe I would move this into Photoshop to do some editing, but I thought it would be good enough, so I just saved the image as. I saved the image as to a directory I was familiar with. I put it in my other images folder, and Foundry Data is a place you could keep it. That's a directory that we put all of our images in for that are used in Foundry, but I have another directory called Other Images that I use for my videos. So I put there to start with. So I have it in place, I know where it's at, and now we can jump over to TokenStamp. So I call it TokenStamp, but really it's at this rolladvantage.com/TokenStamp. And so I put that description, put that web address in the description, and I'll put it on screen here. From here, you choose an image. You click that choose image. It brings up your directory. You go to the spot where you put the file. Here I'm using Mac. I'm running a Mac late system Monterey, I think it is, operating system, but this will work on anything. So I got the image in there, and you can see that it puts it in. You have a preview of what the token would look like in the upper right hand corner. I want to make this bigger. I want to focus just on the faces of this troll, so I resize it, reposition it, and then I think about, do I like the border, right? And as a tan, I would rather something different. So I just click on that border, and I move to a spot, to a color that I like better. A nice dark color is what I'm looking for, and I just I just simply click off. I'm looking at the preview. Now I could have changed the background, but in this case I already had a background, and here I'm looking at the border. I could have all these different types of borders I could use, but I'm happy with the one I have. I like to keep it simple. Yeah, got other things you can do. I never play with those other things though. The text color or text box or border opacity, I never do that. So here I click the download button. That just puts it in my download folder. As I'm running Mac, I have a downloads folder, whatever you use. Now we can jump over to our Finder, my Finder, maybe it's your Explorer, but I go to that downloads, I find the image, and I want to rename this. I'm going to call it, I don't know, two-headed troll or two-headed troll token, so that I know what it is. Yep, fantastic. Now but I don't want it in my downloads folder. I need to put it in my Foundry folder, my Foundry data folder, so I can grab it when I go into Foundry, and I want to add that to my actor. Now that I have that image in a place where I know where it's at, I can go into Foundry and I can update my actor. So in the actors tab, if you would, I go find my actor, they call it actor, and then you double click in the image spot, you go to the path of the image, and here you'll find it. Now you might have to change your directory. I search for the word troll, and I find my image, the two-headed troll token, and I select the file, and it updates it there. But that's not enough. You need to also go to the two-headed troll. Now, one thing to note is that you don't want to just double click on the image if it's already in your map bar, because that would only update the image on the map. So you want to double click on so you click on the actor, then you click on prototype token on the file on the right hand side, and appearance, and then you got your image path again. Click on that image path, you go find it, again, have to be in the right directory. You got to be in that data directory, and then you can search or you can scroll through. The scrolling is a little funky on this, so I've started using the search more often. And here you can select the file, but you don't want to choose file. You want to select the file, and if you choose the file, then it takes you through a different path. Here it's on there, but you want to, from here you want to hit the update token. And now I will close this. Now, for me personally, I have other things I modify in here. I don't like to display my health, so I go and modify that. And we'll close this token up, and then I'll drag it to my my map, just to see how it looks. And there you go. I like the name, and you float over it, and it looks great. This is going to present a bad day for my party here. I have a bunch of trolls waiting for them at this campsite. So we'll have to see how they handle that. So pretty simple, really. So I guess just a couple notes on when I save as from the Google directory. They're usually either a JPEG or a PNG, or sometimes that WebP. And the only thing about that WebP is that if you're going to modify something of the image and you're putting it in a photo editor, I use Photoshop Elements. If I bring it into Photoshop Elements, Photoshop Elements doesn't like the WebP file extension type. So then you have to convert it, and that's just an extra step. I can do that in a different video if there's any interest. So that is how, though, then you bring it into Photoshop, you change that element, change whatever you're going to change on the order. Often is I'm removing the background. I don't like the white background, so I'll change that to something else, or I'll remove it entirely. Save the image as a PNG. Then when you put it in a TokenStamp, you can put whatever background you want, like it showed you there. So that is how you create a token in a nutshell. How do you create a token? This is pretty simple. I do know that Hero Forge has their own thing. There's many other token creators. This is the one I use. It's free. It's simple, and I prefer that. I don't like to add all those bells and whistles. You can have those animated tokens, and just that's not something I'm into. So I like to keep it simple. This is pretty simple. I hope you find this useful. Hey, if you like this video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like and subscribe, and even alerts if you want to get a notification whenever I create a video, that'd be great. But I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a comment below, your thoughts. If you have a better way, if there's something you'd like to do better, let me know. And I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. And until next time, take care.